So this will be a guide on running Netracells a little bit more efficiently and just kind of running in solo as well and helping people in that regard. So first off, I'm running Nova Prime here. That's my frame of choice of almost every activity. I'm going to be running Speed Nova here by myself and and for my build, I'm just running max duration for Null Star, and I'm running Resonators on her second for Octavia's Resonators, and that's pretty much the loadout for this. And just gonna be wanting to stay on the move here, looking for the next one. If you're in a team, definitely start spreading out. Go start looking for one each, and then start heading towards the yellow circle, basically. There's a lot of running in this tile set. Netracells are just very large murmur tile sets, so just gonna have to deal with the fact that it's just gonna be a lot of sprinting. I like to run Nova here because you can do something like this with Wormhole and really get back into the run. But when you have these twists and turns, you know, it can be a little annoying when I'm using a long-range Nova build. Sometimes you can just aim at the ground. It's not that big a deal. I just wish the ping would update properly, but I guess it is what it is. Oops. Kind of in the motion, just kept going. Not great. Alright, see where the Netracell room is. This is gonna be... Looks like it's gonna be a far one. Okay, it looks like it's gonna be this room. So, one thing I like to avoid here is somebody's an energy play here, but wish I didn't have to because I have Zenuric and I shouldn't be using it. Okay, I'm not able to kill any crit. Hop in my op form, pick up my dog. He is a nice little pet who will save me. And I'm going to spawn my Octavia drone to aggro. Sometimes you'll need to recast the drone just because he kind of has a mind of his own and just starts chasing enemies, and once he finds a set of enemies, he will stay there for a bit. Just want to make sure you don't have him in a really awkward spot. A lot of my loadouts, I run Arcane Blessing and Adaptation for Survivability. These are just really nice mods that it's a really nice Arcane with a really nice mod. And yeah, so that's one bug you'll see, which is Reflex Denial on the Hound, blocks projectiles. How much? Really? I got really lucky there with the drone. You can see when you lose a little bit of health, I run Magus Repair on my op, so I just kind of hop into operator mode, grab my health. I do have Max Incarnon Latron, so I'm just going to start killing stuff now. Make sure I keep my molecular prime. Molecular prime. I just say mole prime all the time, so I don't know how to say the word. Molelele. It's a little early. Probably didn't even make it really that far. Reflex denial is gonna be big annoying. about to hit the next Necromite right now. Here we are. This is a little bit farther, not gonna be nice on us. It's fine, no big deal. This is actually super far, Jesus. Sometimes you just lose the RNG. Wait, what? Oh, I went the wrong way. Okay. I cut into the wrong thing. So I'm supposed to go all the way down here. Oh, this one's typically back there, I believe. That one is probably the only Netracells spawn I've seen the least of. Still, should be just going up. But yeah, back to it. See, there's another issue where the dog picks up the Arctic activist buff, and that shield also wants to be done. It is what it is, you know. Not much you can do about that kind of stuff. That dog is like actually doing a ton of work. He is getting kills. I'm struggling to get set up. Yeah, shots. Here comes Necromech. These things are so frustrating to deal with. So try to switch to my dual talks. Get a couple of tokens somewhere. These will just shred through everything. Under. Not that I really need it, but you know. So you know where to go. And those things will actually kill your run if you're not inattentive, or you're just kind of caught out in a bad like knockdown or something. Like they'll just end your whole run, because Netracells are just one life, so you will not get another chance. But yeah, that was a pretty chill 8-minute, 12-second run, but you could definitely get it down faster. I mean, I went to the wrong room, for example, so you could even go even faster. I use Octavia resonators on a speed novel build, and I primarily use archon shards for utility or quality of life, so you won't ever really see me use coalesce fragments, 2 casting shards and 2 energy shards with a health shard. That will help set you up a little bit easier, so when you get to your Netracell circle, you're going to want to cast Null Star, Resonator, Prime, and when you do that, you just want to have enough energy, so that's why I run these 2 shards. Jumping over to my build, we have 4 duration mods, pushes you to 300, that's going to get your Null Star to 18 or max DR. Then you just run the range mods. I recommend auger mods for the range. You could use stretch as well, and cunning drift. Power donation, yeah, you don't have squad mates, I get it, but you know, you want to get the speed down as low as you can. Augment of choice is molecular fusion, so this will make sure, as you know, as long as you're getting kills while using molecular prime, your DR will stay up. I prefer Adaptation with Arcane Blessing. This is my preferred combination for survivability. And this Arcane gets you to like plus 200, 1200 health. It's pretty insane. Energize, because she's a little energy hungry with her Resonator and Mole Prime class, but you know, you won't really be casting Resonators that much, just mostly Mole Prime. Looking at my Incarnon of choice, it is going to be the Latron. I spec it mostly for crit with 100 munitions, and you'll see that I'm running Corrosive here for the Murmur type enemies with Vigilante supplies. So the interesting choice here is the Prime Serration, or Prime Firestorm, sorry, and the Serration. So Prime Firestorm is quite good with the radial attack. It'll make it a little bit more ammo efficient, and actually the projectile just hits. It's quite massive. Serration is also interesting. I've noticed that double hit, or double tap, the new mod, is quite good. It's very good. It makes normal Latron quite good, but it doesn't buff the doesn't quite buff the Incarnon form from what I've seen. Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't work that way, so I'm sticking with Serration so the Incarnon form stays the strongest. For dual talks, this is my weapon of choice for killing Necromax. So I'm going to run Viral here because my ribbon says so, with crit and a galvanized shot and prime heated charge. So these mods of choice, galvanized shot can be replaced with lethal torrent. Galvanized shot is my recommendation because of how we have created our robotic hound. But primarily it pushes the status of the Incarnon form up to 100, which is very nice. And this ribbon is very nice. Menu. This is my weapon of choice for Necromax, this is my weapon of choice for Ad Clear, and this is my weapon of choice for killing, containers and stuff. So I'm just running some random build here, testing it out. I was trying to see if I could set up melee crescendo for contagion and use parry maybe because I'm lazy, but it's mostly going to be for containers. I'm running Zenuric. Matter Eye is fine too, but I like Zenuric, quick energy, and for my pet, I'm going to be running the Hound. And the Hound has some insane mods. I would just take these, but essentially there's a very nice synergy between this mod, Synergistic Prospectus, and the Contagious Bond, which is going to just make him spread status effects everywhere. I really like Momentous Bond. I think that can be flexed for Vicious Bond if you like the armor strip a little bit more, but this is quite nice because there's going to be a lot of Xmas units in Netracells, so it's going to actually come into play more often. So the only problem here is if you get the Arctic Xmas, so yeah, it slows, the dog will slow the enemies coming towards you, but the trade-off is that you will not be able to shoot through the bubble from outside of it. I don't know, just unfortunate design, but it is how it is. And the same goes for Reflex Denial. This mod does the same thing. I really don't know what you could do about this. Maybe just take it off if you don't think you need the magnetic proc. But this status effect is nice, so it's going to add a lot of status procs. And then I run Manifold on. For his melee, I wish I had the Akaten, but the Lacer 10 is going to be the other melee choice. Basically, between the three melees, it's a choice between the two IPS, so each of them have two IPS types. This one has puncture, or this one has impact and slash. Akaten has puncture and slash. Puncture just can come in a little bit more into play against armored units. For this, I'm running the blast and corrosive here, just to see what it's like. And I know my dual tox is going to do viral heat, so I'm going to do viral heat. So if my dog procs radiation, blast, corrosive, while I'm doing viral heat, galvanized shot is going to get all that bonus. And I run Smite Murmur for these Netracell activities and Lasting Sting to keep those status effects up.